Hardy Sports presents a live Hardy production. Keep up to date. hardysports.co.nz
Tēnā koutou katoa no mai haere mai, and welcome to Jerry Collins Stadium here in Porirua for the second pre-season clash of Super Rugby Pacific between the Hurricanes and the Chiefs. The Hurricanes had a great win last Friday at Sacred Heart College in Auckland, beating the Blues, and the Chiefs last week put the Drua to the test. But it's a different story here today. We are here at the Hurricanes HQ for today, Jerry Collins Stadium, home of the Northern United Rugby Club, and also the home ground of Jerry Collins 11 years ago. Big Jerry left, and there's a few players here today with rather eccentric haircuts, a bit like our co-commentator today, Harry Godfrey. Just lost them all together. Apologies, folks. We just lost one of our mics. But Harry, Harry, talk to us about this game today. How's the team feeling? Yeah.
Please give it up for our visitors, the Chiefs. Porirua one, it's back to the boys. 4, our team. Are you ready to sing our Hurricanes?
Apology, folks. We just had a few little technical glitches with our audio, but Harry is back. He just lost his voice. Harry, welcome. Let's talk about the team today.
Thank you for having me, Brad. Great day here in Porirua. Great match between the Chiefs and the Hurricanes. Hurricanes coming up with 2 on 2.
Yes, well, we're back here, and time's on. Hurricanes receiving the ball with the Chiefs getting the kickoff early. Nari ready to do the first box kick for the day.
Ollie, you can just get close-ups.
And here's Xavier Rowe now. Big charge here by Dwyer. As Xavier Rowe takes it forward more. Josh Jacob.
Like maybe lock in on some random players, especially on stop.
And we keep charging forward now, the Chiefs at the 10-metre mark. A big break again. As they're building nicely here are the Chiefs. Xavier Rowe passes it again, Jacob. The Hurricanes having to put on the early tackles here at the moment. Rowe again goes. Solid defence here at the moment, Harry. And Rowe now. Passing out.
Mostly like once the game
Still going. Good tackle there by Walker Learerudi. Into the hands of Bennett. Porirua. Strong season last 2 years for Bay Plenty. Into Nano Saturu. Charging through the break they go. And the kick down and it's gone into touch. The flag of Warwick Mamurt comes up. It'll be a line out for the Hurricanes. Healthy crowd here too as well at Jerry Collins Stadium. Match day sponsor the FISO Group. I have to put that in there because they're my employer. And we also have our other commentator here today. He's a premier referee and he has a form book in the other pocket, Ethan Loveridge.
Afternoon, Brad. Afternoon to you, Harry, and welcome to all of our viewers, wherever you may are. Thanks for getting the mic working, mate. Much appreciated. But the Chiefs at the moment looking really good with ball in hand. They're holding on to it and they're not making many mistakes.
Well, they've been the cellar dwellers in the Super Rugby finals the last few years. Under the new head coach role of John O'Gibbs, they'll be looking to go that one step further. 3 metres now outside the 22. Still building nicely. The Hurricanes having to put a lot of tackles. And a penalty here against the Hurricanes. What was that for, Ethan?
Looked like there was a player not rolling away at that last breakdown. Referee Angus maybe just playing an advantage and going back to it. The Chiefs here, I'd imagine, will want to plug the corner because, yeah, like we said, they are looking really good with ball in hand. I'm sure they'll be looking to get a good set piece going as well.
Of course, there's a few new law variations in Super Rugby Pacific this year, and you know, the rugby fan will get sick and tired of all these law changes. I imagine Harry does, but Ethan, tell us about some of them.
Yeah, there are a few. Well, if we see any today, I'll do my best to point them out, but there's a few changes around the TMO, which basically just gives the on-field referees a bit more power, and they'll just ask the TMO when they need their help, and only serious foul play, so if it's a yellow or above, as the Chiefs make a mistake at that line out and the Hurricanes have got possession.
The Hurricanes now, the ball in hand, Inari. Surveying the options, product of St. Kitts. The hands of Warner Derns, the Japanese captain, on loan from Toshiba to the Hurricanes this year. Here's Ruben Love, sporting a rather skunk sort of like haircut.
He's trying for the Jerry Collins look here.
So he hasn't lost a bet, has he?
I think the first 50 guys to come in with blonde hair get a free entry, so I think he must have been one of the first 50.
Certainly must have been. Takiaho, the All Black hooker. Well taken there by Caleb Boshier. Bit like his brother Lachlan. Hard working. Great offload here by the Chiefs. Now they stretch to that was right. Nani Satoru gets around Love. Run the ankles and scores the first try of the match. And there's the Chiefs on the board early. Well, Harry,
There was a missed tackle in the midfield, and the Chiefs did really well. Some wonderful passing, wonderful opportunities to keep the ball alive. Ruben Love sparing tackle, unfortunately, didn't quite make it. And Nanai Saturo got up and did it again. Great finish by the Chiefs.
well, it is pre-season rugby. We'll endeavour to find out who 27 is for you. I think it's Tawa Moifalau, who played for the Moana Pacifica team last year with a breakout season he had. Now it's from Marlborough Boys in Tasman.
I think 27 there is Emone Nawara.
Oh, is it? All right.
Yep.
Harry's more up to date with the numbers. 49 caps for the Chiefs. Nana White. And here's Josh Jacob. Off to the Highlanders next year, Harry.
Yes, very good goal kicker. Was played really well for Taranaki this year, and earned a call up for the All Blacks 15 for the second time. And yeah, he'll be making moves down to Dunedin.
Place you know quite well, Harry, don't you?
Dunedin is a great place. Castle Street.
So here the restart for the Hurricanes. Love with the ball in hand. Ruben Love, 5 tests for the All Blacks. Played in the last test match against Wales, knocked on by the Chiefs. And so we're going to have a scrum. Attacking scrum here for the Hurricanes. It'll be 10 out from the 22.
Yep, first scrum of the game. It'll be really interesting to see. There's some big names and some big players in these front row packs, Brad, and I'm really looking forward to this battle.
Well, what's great for the Hurricanes, Harry, is that man on your screen now, Asafo Aumua, back from an injury-hit season last year, and he'll be itching like anything to get that black jersey on this year.
Oh, 100%, he's a beast, you know. Big man, you wouldn't want to run into him. Yeah, let's hope he can stay injury-free this year, and because he's a real asset for not just the forward pack, but also our Hurricanes team in general.
And always, first scrum goes down. Nothing new when it comes to rugby. He's up against Samasoni Takiaho, his other All Black hooking partner. It's a great battle between these two because they're both dynamic runners.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be a great matchup between those two, and there's actually great matchups all across the paddock. You know, you look at in the 10 jersey as well. You look at Ruben Love versus Josh Jacob, two young 10s coming through. And yeah, even all the loosies. Devin Flanders on the side of the scrum. He's a great player. Aris Policord, another Taranaki boy.
Devin Flanders, of course, got the best Broncos score for a forward in the Hurricanes squad. 4 minutes 46. They've got a penalty advantage to play from. Excellent scrum, and it couldn't be picked up, but we'll come back for the penalty.
Chiefs folding there under pressure, according to referee Angus Maybe. Hurricanes were holding the ball at the back, trying to get that penalty, and that's what they've done. And Geordie Barrett looks as though he's pointing to the corner. And Ruben Love will look to do that. Hurricanes lineouts looked pretty sharp early on in this game, so you can definitely see why as, yep, there will be a lineout, 5-by-5. What are we going to see here, Harry? A driving maul or get it out to the backs?
Yeah, early on, I think you'll see a driving maul here. And the Hurricanes will try and keep it in for as long as they can.
Particularly, I'm looking forward to seeing. I think they might lift up Warner Dunes here with the front. Yes, they do. And they drive it towards the line, but the Chiefs have got numbers there. The Hurricanes have peeled it around, but it's been stolen by the Chiefs. Bang downtown. And that has safely gone into touch. And so an error at line-out time for the Hurricanes. You can see they're just losing possession. It's managed to be stripped away. And yet again, that George Dyer is having a strong start to this game. He was rewarded last year with call up to the All Black 15. Here we go now. Charging forward are the Hurricanes. There's Devin Flanders again, one of your Hawke's Bay teammates.
Yes, he's a great man. Great dynamic carry, and as well from Braden Yosse.
Chiefs trying to get over the top.
Space wide here, if they can get it.
Oh, Messi, but Rob's got it. Harkin tries to cut through. Loose pass. And the Chiefs have got a back row. Takiaho runs into Durns. Warner Dearns, the son of the ex-Silver Fern, Tania Dearns.
Chiefs are down a player in the background there, Brad.
We'll see if we can identify who that is. Ethan's eyesight's better than mine these days.
So Hurricanes with a one-player advantage. They'll look to make the most of this.
Earning with the touch line. They've been bundled into touch, 12 inside Chiefs territory on the eastern side, and we have time off here as we see the injured player. That, from a distance, looks like it might be Jacob, is it, Harry? No. Well, we have the injury break here. Yesterday I was talking to the Hurricanes doctor, Dr. Theo Dorfling. He had both his knees replaced last year. Dr. Theo, still going strong.
Yeah, no, he's had a miraculous recovery from 2 knee replacements. I think he was back out on the field 6 weeks after, so he's a great man, Theo.
He's got better knees than you, I think, Harry.
Oh, yeah, at the moment he does.
It's a bit of a shame here for Bukiti. He's being carried off. Of course, previously played for the Waratahs, to the King's High School in Parramatta over there in Sydney, Australia. And he's being carried off.
Yes, I think he'd played Super Rugby either for the Brumbies or the Waratahs.
Waratahs, yeah.
Good pickup for the Chiefs.
Well, time is on again. Line out time for the Chiefs. Dearns tries to disrupt, but the Chiefs have kept possession. Rowe passes it back to the safe hands of Jacob. Strong season last year for the Taranaki Bulls. Here's Callum Harkin now. Product of the great school that is St. Pat's Silverstream. Oh, he nearly latched onto that, but the bounce of the ball was cruel. Chiefs line out 4 metres inside Hurricanes territory, right in front of the grandstand here at Jerry Collins Stadium. So both teams still contesting well. The Chiefs early in the lead at the moment, 5-0, 12 minutes gone in this first half. Of course, Super Rugby Pacific officially kicks off next week. The Hurricanes have got the bye in the first round. The second round, they'll play Moana Pacifica. Right on halfway now, Xavier Rowe into Josh Lord. The Hurricanes have got it back. Here's Xavier Newmere. And he crashes down onto the turf. It's a hand on that one. Geordie Barrett to tidy up the scraps. Captain today for the Hurricanes. That's been knocked on. But we'll come back for the first knock on against the Chiefs, and it'll be another Hurricane scrum. Of course, last week, Harry, Brad Shields, he's out for a few weeks. That finger of his, the x-ray, looked absolutely brutal.
Yeah, that finger didn't look too good. But he had his surgery, I think, same day. Did it on the Friday and then had his surgery straight away up in Auckland. He's obviously not playing this afternoon, but with us having the bye next week, he's got another week to rest, and he'll be back next week, the following week for Moana.
Angus may be our referee today. Tell us about him, Ethan Loveridge.
Yeah, Angus is based up in Auckland. He's been a member of the professional panel now for a couple of seasons, and look, he'll certainly doing a tidy job so far, and the scrum's really tidied up there as the Hurricanes look to use numbers out wide. And
here they go, crashing through, Morbian support. Afina Nofo has been brought down, 10 away from the 22.
Asafo Amua calling out for it on the left wing.
Here's Barrett into the hands of Flanders. Takiaho drags him. He fends him off in time, Flanders. The ball's still there for the Hurricanes. Crashing forward again. Good meters made here, looking for the offload. That's come off a Chiefs player's hand, and the officials have picked up that well. And there'll be another Hurricane scrum. And of course, Ethan, one of the law variations this year is around penalty tries. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so if we see a penalty try, it'll be the referee no longer has to give a yellow card. if the offence that's caused the penalty try is serious enough, the discretion's at the referee, him or herself. So that's something that's being brought in for Super Rugby this year. I don't know if we'll see that at the community level, but if a penalty try is given, they don't necessarily have to give a yellow card this year. It's pretty unlikely we'll see one today, to be honest, but you never know.
Solid scrum for the Hurricanes. Comes out to Barrett. Passing a little bit erratic at the moment. Morby passes it out to Behe. Into the 22 now. And building nicely here with Dearns. Great build up here as they're playing under penalty advantage again. Into contact. Isaiah Walker there already. They're going to cut through this Chiefs defence. Now they go again. Offload. It's been knocked backwards by Numia. But will come back for the penalty.
Yeah, someone was off their feet at the last breakdown. Hurricanes go quick. No. That's another law variation change this year too, Brad. The quick tap's allowed to be taken anywhere within a metre of the mark. So I think that's probably quite a sensible idea given how quick Super Rugby teams like to play.
Now the Hurricanes electing go for the scrum. It's been their strongest set piece, as we've seen early in this match.
Yeah, the last scrum was pretty solid, I thought, so sensible decision, I think, keeping the ball in close.
Now, of course, Harry, you were out for the season at this stage with knee injury. How has your recovery gone from your injury you did at Magpies training last year?
Yeah, no, it's obviously been a bit frustrating. But, you know, it's been 3 months, just over 3 months since my surgery, and things are tracking well. So, started running, sort of doing some dribble running, and then, yeah, next couple of weeks, hopefully, we'll get a bit more of that load. But, no, it's been tedious, but, no, it's been building me a lot of resilience.
Well, it's at the back here, and they've got the penalty advantage to play with. Bosch here trying to disrupt another penalty. Take it quickly. Here they go, Brendan Yossi. He's a metre away from the line. Barrett was trying to be there in support. That's around the neck. But no advantage being played just yet. Isaiah Walker led a very metre short of the line. Battle stations now for the Chiefs. They pick and go. That has been stolen by the Chiefs. Great work by them.
Kyle Brown
in defence, excellent work. Ball's juggling around like an AFL match at the moment, and Jacob kicks it down.
It's a good clearance by Jacob.
So yet again, the Hurricanes getting close to that try line, making a few mistakes, but there's a real concern here for Josh Jacob. Looks like it might be his ankle. It seems fine now, so that's good news for the Chiefs.
Well, they're looking good with ball in hand, the Hurricanes. They're just not quite stringing those last couple of phases together. I'm sure the coaches will be pretty pleased with that first 18 minutes as the line-out goes over the top.
Still in possession of the Hurricanes. 10 outside the 22. Walker Learuri, hard-working start in this pre-season match. Almua. Sullivan taking into contact. Harkin in support. There's Xavier Numia. His name became famous on this ground 11 years ago when St. Pat's Town beat Scots in the final of the first 15 competition. Has been knocked on by the Hurricanes.
The Hurricanes would like to thank their match day sponsor.
And the Chiefs will have a scrum just outside the 22. Beautiful day here in the capital. We haven't had much of a summer this year, but time you always get to February and back to work, the sun's out and it's a gorgeous day here in Porirua, isn't it, Ethan?
Yeah, it sure is. The bank's full, the stands are full. There's a really nice crowd built up around the fields, and yeah, I have to say the turf's like carpet out there, Brad. It's really looking nice. So it's a credit to the ground staff for the maintenance they're doing, and yeah, well, let's hope the good weather continues.
for the Chiefs, 2 titles, 2012 and 2013. It was under the head coaching of Dave Rennie, Wayne Smith. They've come close on a number of occasions. Will 2026 be their year? Here's Jacob now. No Damien McKenzie today. It's been touched by the Hurricanes. And picked up well here by Harkin. Inari back out to Walker. Leah ready. There's Love. Geordie Barrett over the top. There's space here for Africa, for the Chiefs, for the Hurricanes, I mean. But we'll come back to an earlier infringement. Angus maybe has picked up something.
I have a feeling they may have been offside. We'll just see what the secondary signal is. Probably just as well they were under advantage there, because there was, there might have been a tackle off the ball, I think. Just as well, because there was slightly early tackle there inside the 22 from the Hurricanes now with possession, and they'll go to the corner again. They've identified quite a bit of space, Harry. Is that part of the game plan, trying to get it out to the wingers and making the most of that space out wide?
Yeah, 100%. You know, we got a dangerous back three with Josh Morby, Callum Harkin, Whatafihi, Whanganufu. Yeah, so with those dangerous back three, you know, we want to get the ball into their hands as much as we can.
Pine Naufu burst onto the scene last year in Super Rugby pre-season, playing the Blues out at William Jones Park in Wainuiomata. He's continued on his fine form 2025 into this year. Here's Omua. Reaching out now. Yossi charging into the tackle. Ooh. Passing has been a bit erratic this afternoon. Harkin straightens. Back in the hands of Moa again. Inari finds Barrett. Barrett chips it through. And it's come off a Chiefs boot. And here's Harkin now. Harkin straightens. Brought down just inside the 22. 5 metres in from the grandstand touchline, but it's been stolen by the Chiefs. Xavier Rowe reaching in like a forensic scientist into that breakdown. Back out to Brown.
Rowe looks it clear here.
Tupavai supporting Rowe as he puts the kick in. And this will be a line out roughly about 15 metres outside the 22 grandstand touch line. Caught in the crowd by that man.
Yeah, very well caught in the crowd.
Sometimes this grandstand is occasionally well known for falcons, if you're not paying attention.
Seen a few referees get falconed as well in our time here. Sure line out for the Hurricanes, and it's won nicely.
Here's Barrett. Out to Sullivan. Oh, Harkin. This great tackle. And Flanders. Met again by Takiahu. 8 away from the 10-metre mark. Cross kick by Love. And that has been well done. Offloaded by Moore. All still going. 12 metres inside Chiefs territory. Wrapped up well there by Tupavai. All Black number 1,188. Here's Yossi. And Lumia. Well known for his social media antics, but his hard hitting on the field. Offloaded by Barrett, pleased for 4, but play on is the call. Harry, the Hurricanes are really targeting down this left-hand side of the field. They're picking up an obvious weakness, possibly.
Yeah, no, as you can see, the Chiefs keeping their 9 here, Xavier Rowe, just on that short side. So I think Eddie Inari and Ruben Love, they're identifying that in the halves.
Here's Josh Morby. He was over in France last year playing for Montpellier. And he's come back to the Chiefs. There's a bit of off-the-ball fun there, Harry.
He always loved a bit of push and shove.
All in front of Duplessis Karefi. He's just as cool as a cucumber watching that.
Oh, I think he might be getting in there, to be honest.
Well, he's only a few weeks away. Duplessis, he's just got a bit of a calf niggle.
Yeah, he does, but he'll be back soon. As you can see next to him, Cam Roygaard, looking good in his shades as well.
Cam Roygaard, great season last year, in particular for the All Blacks as well. Whenever he played, the All Blacks were on fire. Well, healthy crowd here, a lot of Norths faithful. This is the home of Northern United Rugby Club and the legend that is Jerry Collins. Hurricanes legend as well. Now they put the drive on. The Bulls in quarantine. At the back, but the Chiefs are doing well to slow this down. 2 away from the line now.
Oh.
And it's been lost. No, the Chiefs come up trumps, and they'll have to scrum 5 out.
Well, the Chiefs' small defence has been excellent so far today, Brad. That's 2 tries. They've stopped now. They managed to hold that maul up and get the turnover, and then the one earlier in the match, they managed to rip it out of the Hurricanes' maul and boot it downfield. So Hurricanes probably need to be a little bit tidier in their mauls. In saying that, though, they've still got excellent field position for this scrum. The Chiefs are going to have a little bit of work to do in clearing it, so I'm sure the Hurricanes will want to make the most of this and try and put as much pressure on as they can.
Yeah, I think the Hurricanes need to be a bit more clinical when they get down into the 22. That's, yeah, like you say, Finn, that's 2 more opportunities that they've let go on begging. So I think their accuracy needs to be a lot better in this part of the field.
So Xavier Rowe off the back through Wallace to Titi. And Barrett's over the top of that one. Has he potentially stolen it? No, is the call from Maybe. Ball back to Jacob. And that is just safely into touch. The Hurricanes go for the quick throw and Morby. Tenterfield now with Callum Harkin. Callum Harkin knows this field very well. He's won 2 Jubilee Cups here for Old Boys University. Here's Barrett again. Out to Warner Dearns. Good meters made there by Dearns. Here's Numia. Oh, he's potentially got himself isolated. It's been kicked away by the Chiefs. And the Hurricanes have to start again. Love is back there. Even Love with the step. Brought down well by Jerome Brown.
Bit isolated there.
Well, this is great work by the Chiefs. And they got the penalty as well, holding on.
Xavier Rowe going quick, sees backfield space.
There's numbers here again.
Oh,
But he was in front of the kicker.
nice Turu. That was a try for all money for the Chiefs.
And they've already scored down that in that corner already
Yeah,
today.
I think he must have been slightly in front of the kicker, the AR Warwick Lemur, just telling him to get back. Saying that the Chiefs management certainly didn't want that option, but nonetheless that's what they went for, and well, they're only 6 or 7 metres out from their Hurricanes try line now. It's amazing what can happen in a game of rugby. 2 phases ago the Hurricanes were inside the Chiefs half and now they're back defending their own line.
Game of rugby, how it can change so quickly. Here goes the line out.
Hurricanes playing with 14 players. Xavier Numia still getting a bit of attention in the opposition 22.
Well, he went down awkwardly when he that charge into the 22. Xavier, they got the penalty here, the Chiefs again. Getting over the top of the pill. Excellent work by the Chiefs. Well drilled in this forward department. Also got Luke Jacobson on the bench for the Chiefs today. We might see him in the second half.
Here's the Chiefs kick to the corner. Look to see another rolling maul here, I'd say.
Let's see how the Hurricanes defence matches up when it comes to the maul. Clearly a good tactic being used by both sides.
Here's Takiaho with the line out.
Oh,
Secure
a little
Messi.
knock on there. No.
Arms out, actually.
Arms out. The Hurricanes jumper there, getting over the top of the Chiefs jumper there. You can contest for the ball, but you can't go near the arm or make contact in the air. So the Chiefs will have a penalty out on the 15-metre line, and they'll look to do the exact same thing again.
Well, 29 and a half minutes gone. It's 5-0 in favour of the Chiefs. Takiaho. Hurricanes managed to get the ball back off messy line out by the Chiefs. Here's Barrett. Passing out to Morby. Harkin now. Callum Harkin kicks it down. In the hands of Nana Saturo. 30 metres inside. Chiefs territory. Hurricanes pleading for the turnover. But maybe has ruled that they were off their feet.
Yeah, they initially did well over that breakdown. Unfortunately, just losing their footing as they tried to go for the ball. It's good to see the Hurricanes contesting the breakdown. Angus maybe said that was illegal, and the Chiefs go back into the 22, this time on the northern touchline, about 15 metres out. And a few scrappy lineouts from both sides, so who knows what's going to happen here.
Taken well by E. Here's Takiaho rampaging. 12 away from the try line. Midrower taking 8 away from the line now. Here's Va'i. Patience being displayed here by the Chiefs as they build nicely. The hands of Lord. Lord passing it out. Here's Satiti. Looks like Siali Loaki's on the field. Replacement for Xavier Numir, I think there, Harry. Here's Xavier Ronau. Daniel Rona. Oh, great tackle.
Good counter-ruck by the Hurricanes.
And Numir's got it back. And they're in support. Nari marshalling the troops. Dunes met well by Brown in the tackle. Box kick for the Hurricanes. Safely into touch. Chiefs line out.
That might have been a Falcon as well, Brad.
It certainly would be, by the looks of it. Just like cricket, you've got to make sure you keep an eye on the ball. Yeah. You ever had a Falcon, Harry?
No, not that I can remember.
Here we are, the Chiefs again. Boshier. Marshalling forward, here's Takiaho. Outside the 22 now.
Wide here, looks to come out the back.
Here's Lord.
Take him. Just holds it up. Oh.
It's been knocked on by the Chiefs. The Hurricanes have got it back. Here's Love. Alan Sullivan. Sit down, he was a former Chief himself, played 3 seasons.
Out, eh?
Yeah, it's a good kick that time there, and the Chiefs have been pushed back.
That was a really good spot tackle by Ruben Love, and then Devon Flanders had the foresight to get over the ball and make the turnover. And now they've got the Hurricanes back inside the Chiefs' half. First time they've been here for a few minutes. And with about 6 minutes to go till half time, the Hurricanes would be desperate to get on the scoreboard in some way, shape or form, I would have thought.
The Hurricanes players warming up in the northern end goal. Expect to see a few of them coming on in the second half. Here's Brandon Yossi. Now Sullivan. Sprayed around the ankles. Down 15 away from the 22. Isaiah Walker, Porirua, he's been rampaging form in this half. Well, it's been knocked forward by Poliki, but they honours the call. And Morby gaining some good metres. Just outside the 22 now. Yossi out to Love. Out to Skelter passing here by the Hurricanes. As Dern straightens up. Here's Love again. Inside the 22 now. Inari, slow ball coming. Here's Harkin now. Back to Love. Now the Richter Scout rises.
Oh,
Great work there by the Chiefs on defence. Nanai Saturo coming in. Some good play here, Harry.
Yeah, that's what they'll be looking for. Whatawhihi Whanganofu looking for the one-on-one tackle with the 10, but nah, Joshy Jacob does well and forces the knock on.
There they are warming up in the background. Hugo Plummer, one of the players we'll get to see. Also Riley Higgins, like you, Harry. He's come back from injury. You're still recovering, but Riley, he played 20 minutes against Moana Pacifica last year in Super Rugby with a broken leg. He didn't know he had a broken leg.
Yes, Riley was unlucky last year with injuries. Great player. We'll hope to see him go well today.
No, scrum time. Xavier Rowe to feed this scrum. 10 inside the 22, 5 in from the grandstand touchline.
It's a good solid scrum there.
Oh, great pass.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs just looking there to catch the Hurricanes offside. Oh, but that's out on the full there, so they'll come back.
All the way back we go. Going to be a line out roughly about 6 metres outside the 22. Grandstand touchline. About 3 minutes to go. Till the half-time break. You managed to go up to Auckland last week, Harry, for the Blues game?
No, I didn't. I stayed back here doing my rehab. But no, obviously in the reviews and, you know, the Hurricanes, we played well. Quite a few boys actually not on this team here, but they will come on in the second half team. A few of the younger boys actually played very well. Here we go, Daniel Rona.
Daniel Rona picks up the scrappy pass from the Hurricanes. They stretch it out. Xavier Rowe. Back out to Rona. In the 22. But they've knocked it on. But good rush defence there by the Hurricanes. Callum Harkin getting the pats on the back.
really good scrambling defence there. Callum Harkin getting in there and making the tackle and forcing that knock on.
Hungry? We got a bunch of food trucks to sort you out. You can grab a coffee.
So the Hurricanes probably found themselves a little bit lucky there. A couple of minutes away from half time. They'll be certainly looking to keep the Chiefs out.
There's the Whitby Collegiate PE department on your screens. They're not rugby people, they're volleyballers.
A couple of minutes away from half time. Harry, what do you reckon the coach's messages will be at half time?
Yeah, I think obviously the accuracy inside of the 22 needs to be a lot better from the Hurricanes, so I expect Clark Laidlaw or Brad Coops to lead that. But I think our scramble D's been very good. Obviously, a couple of times, a few line breaks from the Chiefs, but our scramble D to get back, our work rate to get back's been good. So there's still a few positives in there.
Here's Barrett now. To Harkin. Here's Josh Morby. Kicks it down towards halfway. Now Saturo kicks it over the top. Bounces nicely, but Sullivan's got it. Gives it back to Love in time. And Ruben Love. Pushes the Chief back to halfway. 1 minute to go in this half. Daniel Rona.
Space down the left side, Josh Jacob.
Don't open up for the Chiefs. Now Brown has to strain it again, but there's a penalty against the
that's
Chiefs.
really well spotted by Angus, maybe. Tupo Vai just giving Ruben Love a bit of a heads up, reminding him he's still here, and he just pushed him off the ball. It was a little bit unnecessary. It was just a bit of pre-season blues there, just getting a few niggles out of the way nice and early, but nonetheless it was a little bit of a silly penalty there. And the Hurricanes will look to clear it. They'll have time for a line out as Angus maybe just tells Tupo Vai just to keep his cool and play the game. Hurricanes will have a line out. Looks like there's a couple of subs being made as well.
I'll be looking forward to seeing Toa Koi come on the field. He's looking a bit nervous before. No line out here for the Hurricanes. Time has expired on the clock, but we've got still time to play. There's Safo Amua. Well taken at the line out by the Hurricanes, but they can't advance further as the Chiefs have managed to slow down their drive. It's ruled unplayable, and that will be half-time here at Jerry Collins Stadium. 5-0 the score, but Harry, Hurricanes had a lot of opportunities, but they've still got some things to ponder heading into the break. What will the coaches be saying?
Yeah, like I said earlier, the Hurricanes getting into good spots down on the field, but they're obviously not executing when we get into the 22. I think we've had about 3 or 4 times to execute, and we've just turned it over with silly mistakes, and the Chiefs have just been able to kick down the field and put us under pressure.
All right, folks, well, that's half-time. We're going to be back in roughly about 15 minutes for the second half, so we're just going to take a bit of a breather here for the next 10 minutes.
Media, Christians, 30-minute pub and Woodbury.
Welcome back, folks. Second half is underway. 5-0 to the Chiefs over the Hurricanes. And changes will be coming up in this half as well. We can already see Porirua Stones on the field. And this is his last season for the Hurricanes. He's off to Newcastle at the conclusion of this season. He's another one of your Hawke's Bay teammates. Harry, tell us about him. I hear he holds the record for the bench press. Is that correct?
Yeah, bench press, squat, all that type of stuff. Yeah, as well as Whatawhihi will be going to Newcastle as well. Newcastle have recruited quite a lot of Kiwis. Tom Christie over there, Hoskins Tutu over there as well. So now they've recruited pretty much the whole of New Zealand.
Well, the messy passing continues for the Hurricanes as the Chiefs get to work. Here's them now, 10 outside the 22. And Jacob.
Good carry there from Kyle Brown. Kyle Brown out of Manawatu Turbos. This is his first year up at the Chiefs. So be interesting to see how he goes this year. Great man he is.
There's Radama in jersey 9 now for the Chiefs. Another All Black. His team. Now they charge forward again. Building nicely. 10 inside the 22 now. Good charge here by Jacobson. Xavier Rowe giving it back out to Jacob again. Jerome Brown still on the field in 7. Jacob gets confused, has to turn around and readjust. The Hurricanes having to put in a few tackles early in the second half.
Similar start to the first half.
There goes the offload, and Cortez Radama has got the first try of the second half, and that's 2 for the Chiefs.
Well, I was going to say, Brad, it's a very similar start to the second half as it was in the first half. Hurricanes making lots of tackles, the Chiefs doing well with ball in hand, and the same thing happens. The Chiefs score very early on through Cortez Ratima, who has come on in this second half. It's wonderful to see the All Blacks back in action, but the Chiefs starting off the second half very similar way they did the first, scoring early and putting the Hurricanes under again more pressure.
Well, that keeps the crowd quiet here at Jerry Collins Stadium for now. Cortez Radama, product of Hamilton Boys High School. 59 caps for the Chiefs. And Jacob to line up this conversion. And that is...
Yeah, the wind just picked that up and took it away to the right.
We don't notice it on the coverage here, folks, but the wind is pretty strong out there in the field.
Sort of going towards, certainly going up the field, so the wind's going left to right, so the Hurricanes are playing with it in this half. As it can often do here at Porirua Park, Jerry Collins Stadium, the wind often funnels right through as Ruben Love restarts this match. And the Chiefs take it in, and they're just outside their own 22, so they won't be allowed to kick it out as Jacob.
Well, play on is the call. Please for obstruction. Harry thought it was. Now the Chiefs looking to score their third. Cortez Radama having a reach in deep to get that one. Jacob puts it high up in the air. Callum Harkin underneath it. It's all back in favour of the Chiefs. And Radama passing it out again. Chipped over the top. But it's there for Morby. He's kicked that on the full, Josh Morby.
Could see what he was trying to do. Thought maybe a 50-22 was on, just came off the side of the boot. And both teams identifying space out wide. And the line-out battle will be interesting to see what happens in this half. They were both teams probably a little bit scrappy in the first at line-out time. As the Chiefs just taking their time getting this line-out set up. There's been a replacement at hooker.
And it looks like Brett Cameron's coming on. Harry, there's another player that missed most of Super Rugby Pacific last year.
Yeah, Brett Cameron, great Wanganui lad, makes his way on for Ruben Love.
Ruben Love this afternoon come to an end, but good to see Brett Cameron back in Super Rugby Pacific. Strong season for Manawatu 2 last year.
Great steal there from Devon Flanders.
Flanders coming up trumps. He gives it out to Aomua. And 20 metres in, but it's been knocked on by Rakichi Stones. He doesn't miss many of those, and the Chiefs are going to have a scrum.
Yes, again a bit scrappy from the Hurricanes. Porirua Stones there, just lets it go.
Well, 10-0. 5.5 minutes gone here at Jerry Collins Stadium. It looks like George Dyer for the Chiefs is coming off. New front row replacement for the Chiefs. We'll get that to you soon. So Angus Maybe. Plenty for him to ponder in this pre-season match so far. Hurricanes definitely had the edge at scrum time in this match. Here's Jacob straightening up well. The 10-metre mark now, but they've lost the ball. And so the Hurricanes work the scrum.
Good pressure by the Hurricanes backline there. There's been a few changes. Brett Cameron's on, Riley Higgins is on, and Braylon Sullivan's on as well. And I wonder if that's just changed the dynamics slightly. Hurricanes as well putting good pressure on that Chiefs scrum. They've got a decent opportunity here in the midfield, just 10 metres on their own side of halfway. But already we're seeing a few differences in both teams.
Goody from Joan is on, placement halfback. He got married over the summer, Harry.
Yes, he did, I think at the end of last year. Tied the knot. Good luck to him.
And here he is now. Another straight up Sullivan. Offloads to Morby. Morby brought down just short of halfway. Free in from the grandstand touchline. Going. Oh, unfortunately, that ball's travelled forward.
Loose there from Tavita Mafuleo.
And so another scrum, pretty much where it was before, but this time for the Chiefs. Mafuleo, he had a strong year. He was rewarded very well for his efforts in the All Blacks 15 last year.
And you see number 16 there, Jacob Devery, coming on for Samoa. Jacob Devery, another great Hawke's Bay man.
Devery was another one that got hit by injuries last year too, so it's good to see him looking fit and able.
Yeah, let's hope we can see him stay out on the paddock this year. Good chance to strike here for the Chiefs with a midfield scrum.
Here's Radama. Back out to Jacob. Oh. Loose ball
Three on
tied
board, just throws that offload to ground. Good tackle there by Villion.
Rion Paul. Another one who's his home club in Wellington's here at Norths. He is the nephew of TJ Perenara.
Good shot there, Devon Flanders.
Now they're building nicely again, the Chiefs.
Tupovai, good carry there.
Looks like they play a whole
Looking to
80.
go to the air. Ooh.
Underneath that, but it's been stolen off Harkin.
Chiefs have knocked it on though.
Yeah, really good aerial battle there. Chiefs doing well. It's a really nice kick actually. It was just outside the 22. So even if he wanted to, Brett Cameron wouldn't have been able to take the mark and just lost forward in contact. I'll be ruining that opportunity, the Chiefs. It's been really tidy these first sort of 10 minutes or so in the second half. As we set another scrum.
A few of the younger Hurricanes coming up. Johnny Falloon there in the lying against the fence. One that's in line for New Zealand under 20s later this year. Plays for OBU, made his debut for the Wellington Lions last year, so he's on the radar of Super Rugby for the Hurricanes. Here's Morby. Unfortunately, that one is not able to fall this time.
He's trying to convince Charlie Harris that the kick went out a little bit further upfield. Not to be deterred though. Hurricanes are released out of their own 22 for the meantime. So we see some wonderful images of this capacity crowd here at Jerry Collins Stadium today. Wonderful to see Super Rugby out of the grassroots clubs.
It was a pleasure last year to do this game over at William Jones Park in Wainuiomata. A great crowd that day too. Good for local Porirua community to be out here today. Big day of rugby in Porirua off the National Club Sevens down the road. And breaking out here by the Chiefs. The Hurricanes just starting to fall off a few tackles there. Here's Jacob. Here's Radama looking to speed up. Here's Ngātaua Akoi, still got the nerves. He's quite the character, is Ngātaua. Great to have him on the Huri Hui last year. Him and Kurt Eklund, who play for the Blues, quite like their fishing, Harry.
Yes, no, I think they do. I think they have an Instagram page as well, so if you guys want to check that out, if you like fishing.
Bateman and Robin, I think it is, isn't it, or something? Here's Radama. Here's Ngātaua again. The man of the hour. As he crashes forward. Radama goes for a dart.
9 on 9 there.
And it's been knocked on again. So both teams have been guilty of that today in contact, knocking the ball on.
Yes, no, it has been a bit scrappy, but that's what pre-season's for, you know. It's getting rid of the cobwebs, and then, yeah, getting ready for round 1 next week.
Hard to think Super Rugby Pacific kicks off next week. Of course, the Hurricanes, as we mentioned before, have the bye, which in a way is a bit of a blessing and is not, Harry.
Yeah, I think you want to be playing in the first round, but, you know, it is what it is. We're Hurricanes, we're heading off to camp, so that'll be a good way to connect with the team and a good way to connect with the community as well, heading up to Palmerston North.
Great scrum again for the Hurricanes as Phil Johan passes it out. Cameron searching for the open pastures. The hands of Nana Saturo. He decides to go for a run and runs into the big frame that is Rolly Higgins. His brother Keenan has signed to play Major League Rugby for New England. Keenan, of course, former player here at Norths, who's played for Hawke's Bay in the NPC the last few seasons. Too many of you Hawke's. You're stealing too many of our players up for the Hawke's Bay.
Yeah, Hawke's Bay is where you want to be, mate. Great culture, eh?
Certainly is. That tackle there. Higgins was just caught underneath the tackler and he couldn't get out. You could potentially argue he was a little bit unlucky, but unfortunately he got himself in a position where he just wasn't able to get out of that tackle, and the Chiefs rightly awarded a penalty. Just a metre in their own side of the half. So yeah, a few mistakes by the Hurricanes. I'm sure plenty of time left in this half as, oh yep, it has found touch. Still plenty of time to turn things around and get things going. Like you say, Harry, it's what pre-season's for, getting rid of a few cobwebs.
Well, the Chiefs now, the line out. 15 away from the 22, secured well. And they take it out to the backs. A charging run. Now, watch the hands out.
Another advantage.
I think it might have been the tyre that was caught there.
Goes quick by Radama.
But sheer pace is Cortez Radama. Quick off the mark as well. As the Chiefs now 12 away from the northern try line. Holding nicely. Naitoa has hands on the pill now. Radama again. Nana Satoro looks to straighten. Any peroxide haircuts out there this afternoon. Now they look. Oh, they could have got that one more pass.
Good tackle high up by Brett Cameron.
Now 6 away. Radama again. That's opportunity to score. The ball's down. And that's the third try for the Chiefs.
Well, the referee thought he might have scored it. But he put his hand up and then he signalled it had been held up, and he's just going to confer with Charlie Harris. There will be a Royal Commission, and it looks like it'll be a try. It will be. Harris would have had a clear. Harris would have had a clear view of that. The officials just taking their time, and the Chiefs scored their third try of the match.
Well, 15-0 to the Chiefs. They've come to play today. And for the Hurricanes to ponder. No, Jacob kick pretty much similar to where he missed the one before, start of the second half. They need to ponder.
That wind is certainly blowing a little bit harder now. And this time he starts it out left and he brings it around nicely.
17-0 the score as we approach the midway point of the second half. We're down at Ngāti Toa Domain for the National Club Sevens earlier today, and yeah, it was blowing a gale down there. So Brett Cameron. Let's play back underway. Lands into the 22. Radama reaching in. The Hurricanes crowd is stunned. Down 17-0. Oh, there's a head to that. Riley Higgins nearly getting that pill.
And it's not a bad recovery either by the Chiefs. They've done well to tidy that up. Oh, Riley Higgins, he's been out of action for so long. I'm sure he's keen to get stuck in again. Wonderful player.
One of your Petone teammates, Harry, when you get the opportunity to play for the Villagers, take every opportunity, don't you?
Oh, 100%. He's a great Petone man. Always loved playing for the Village.
Hopefully available for McBain later in the year.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Going. Charging forward now.
Oh, that's cheeky.
Yeah, Jacobson here, hands in the ruck there. Or getting the 9, sorry.
Yep. Oh, no, he definitely came through the old gate there and getting the hand to it. Master of trickery.
What a great kick right on the 5. Hurricanes need to use this now.
Beautiful kick there by Brett Cameron, one test All Black.
Yep, certainly their best chance of the second half. Might actually be the first time they've been down this end, I think, in the 18.5 minutes we've had. So, like I say, Harry, they've got to make the most of their opportunity. We'll go to a 6-man line out.
Some Tamati Ellison in the background there.
Chiefs' small defence is holding up very well. They'll have to use this soon, the Hurricanes.
And that call comes, so it comes out now. And they look to straighten up through Riley Higgins. 6 away now. A rare attacking opportunity for the Hurricanes in the second half. And they've lost the ball and Natoa's got it. Now they send it out wide. The Chiefs 15 out from their own try line. And Radama back to Jacob. They're going to run it out. Akoi again. Another former Wellington player, hails from the Maris St. Pat's club. Now they break open again. Radama off the afterburners. And the Chiefs flick again. Radama clipped around the ankle, still going, wasn't held. Corners Radama has got 2 tries.
Oh, the Chiefs go 95 metres. They turn a Hurricanes mistake into 5 and potentially 7. Wonderful running rugby. They do well to keep the ball alive. Ratima wasn't held here in this tackle. He kept going and he scored a wonderful try for the Chiefs. Their 4th of the afternoon and 2 for Ratima in this half.
Some Cortez magic. Absolutely brilliant play. The All Black halfback. Showing what a dangerous weapon he is.
Just as a referee note there, that was a beautiful use of advantage too. The Hurricanes made the knock on. Angus maybe played it nicely. And we've now scored a try, so wonderful to see.
Well, it's always good to see when the referee keeps his whistle in his pocket. Less TMO, even better. And Jacob.
Straight
This
down the
one's
middle.
over.
Lovely kick.
So 24-0. Got 19 minutes to play. The Hurricanes, Harry, well, they've had those opportunities like before, but when they get close to the line, they've had a number of knock-ons. What do they need to fix that?
Yeah, they're just not clinical enough there, eh? I think they look to be rushing a bit as well. You know, they can just, when you get into that part of the field, you can just be patient and back your skill set there.
Cameron with the restart into the 22. Jacobson straightens up.
Cortez will look to clear here off his left. Oh, no.
Well, free
There's the
kick.
ref roll.
Now, this
You
is
see
one of these new ones.
one of the new examples there. It looks like the referee had called use it, and once you call use it, players that are not part of that ruck cannot rejoin. So, free kick and away we go.
Oh, Lakiti Stones charging it forward.
Hurricanes need a score now, and never mind.
Oh, well, unfortunately, this clean out.
You get a replay on that?
So here's the yellow card.
Just a little bit careless going through that breakdown. See, he's just rolled out. Yeah, that's really dangerous, that. Landed very awkwardly. Well, we'll just point out as well, we've been told yellow cards are 5 minutes today.
Yeah, they are 5 minutes, I think.
Well, there he is in the sin bin next to John Bellinghall. Back in the old days of the ITM Cup, they actually made sin bins out of wood for you to sit in. There were some beauties. I think the Hawke's Bay had a really good one. Had a cup holder in it too, I think.
Yeah, you get some Hawke's Bay lager for them. Have a bit of a break. It's a pie fire. Goes to the air.
Oh, that's been knocked on by the Hurricanes, but maybe allows play to continue. Here's Jacobson now. It's great to see him back playing. He's had so many injuries over the years.
Oh, is that Tyrone Thompson? Not bad. Good to see him back from Newcastle. Hopefully he'll be back in Hawke's Bay Magpies colours.
Tyrone Thompson. As Harry mentioned, in the NRL last year. His brother is also still over there. We'll be hoping to see him back in the Magpie colours later in the year.
Space back left.
Oh, big collision. But
And
that was
that
allowed.
looks like it was out on the full. Drew Wild out of the fielding yellows.
Yeah, looking for the 50-22 there. Just a few unforced errors by the Hurricanes in that phase. See a big collision there in the replay.
Drew Wild is another player that's had experience playing Major League Rugby over the years. A lot of New Zealand players over there. So line out directly in front of the Hurricanes bench. Thompson throws it, secured nicely by Koi. And they straighten up well. Oh, that was a good hit on Naitoa. He felt that one. Trying to get behind the referee's back that time he was. Chipped over the top. And that's a really good kick there, that time there by Brett Cameron, I think there. Yes, it is.
Yep, bounce of the ball and going into touch there, and the Hurricanes putting a little bit of pressure on the Chiefs now, despite being down a player. Looks like there's an injured player for the Chiefs. No, back on his feet and getting back into it. Defensive line out for the Chiefs here.
Of course, the Chiefs next week.
Oh, it's a turnover for the Hurricanes.
Well, can they finally get a try? The Hurricanes have lost it. It's been knocked on. And,
Maybe just one of those days, Harry.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Too many silly errors like that, and you just got to be more clinical when we get it down to this part of the field, especially off the back of a Chiefs error. We need to be a bit more clinical there.
saw the white line fever picked up. Unfortunately, didn't get the ball down.
Yeah, Jacob Devery, white line fever.
Well, speaking about kicking off Super Rugby next week, the Blues host the Chiefs at Eden Park next Saturday. Always a big battle between those two. Battle of the northern part of State Highway 1.
Of course, Super Rugby 30 years old this year, Brad. It's a sad reminder to us, those born in 96. But it's very exciting to see 30 years of Super Rugby. A lot of history, a lot of wonderful players have come through. And I'm sure the 2026 season will be no different.
You know you're getting old when you have to start wearing glasses.
Yeah, well, thankfully I haven't got there yet.
Well, here's Radama. Running freely like a gazelle. Passes it out. Look at the sheer place. One more to beat. The Chiefs are on fire here at Jerry Collins Stadium. And that's another try for them.
Well, the second time today, the Chiefs go length to length of the field. Wonderful running rugby. Cortez Ratima is just making a mockery of the Hurricanes' defence. He has played superbly since coming on. And like I say, 200-metre tries for the Chiefs today. The Hurricanes will be ruining that. Another mistake leads to another try. Oh, boy, the Chiefs have been playing well in this half, Brad.
They certainly have. But the impact of Cortez Ratima, the man you can see on your screen in the second half, has laid siege to the Hurricanes' defence. It's inspired his teammates. And that's why they've got this big lead now, 29 points to 0. Conversion attempt drifts away in front of the posts. With 12 minutes to go, the Chiefs well and truly ahead here at Jerry Collins Stadium.
Lady conversion, Chiefs 29.
Big crowd on the embankment at the southern end. There's two sets of chairs up there. The one to the left of the scoreboard was dedicated by the Garden Bishop family. Recognition of Connor Garden Bishop, who
That's
sadly,
the last thing the Hurricanes need.
sadly passed away nearly 2 years ago. What a great memorial to have. A chair at the southern end overlooking Jerry Collins Stadium. This was his home club on it. Jackson as well. There's Jackson in the Moana Pacifica squad again this year. That'll be an epic blockbuster round in round 2. The Hurricanes and Moana Pacifica. And former Hurricanes player in the Pacifica team that we'll well and truly know. Bet your Hurricanes will be watching out for him on defence, Harry.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few of them that have gone up there. Julian Savir, Nani Laumape, Ari Savir, but he's over in Japan. So, no, they're actually a very dangerous team. As you can see what they did last year, they pipped us up there. So we'll have to be on our A game first up.
Jacobson, back out to Radama. High pass over the top. Here's it's Daniel Singston on for the Chiefs. With the Hurricanes last year.
Yeah, good to see Sinky back out with the Chiefs. He was with the Hurricanes for two to 3 years. Yeah, Sinky's a great man.
Now the Chiefs playing with freedom here in the final 10 minutes at Jerry Collins Stadium.
Ruben O'Neill looks a bit slow to get up out there from the back.
Another Taranaki player, Ruben O'Neill. A few of them out here today for both teams. Oh, look at this passing. This is terrific. Excellent work by the Chiefs.
Yeah, they're just keeping the ball alive, playing in those 15s.
And now they're 15 away from the Northern try line. And they're sensing another one.
TT, Tyrone Thompson. Oh.
Well, it was kicked right into Jacob's backside, but
they'll come back for the knock on.
Here's the Hugh Pretorius, one of the local club rugby photographers here in Wellington. Follows the Avalon Wolves. We'll be taking some good quality camera shots today. So Drew Wild, tell us about him. He's in the just in the background there.
Yeah, no, coming out of Fielding Yellows, from Fielding High School as well. He did a few years over in America playing in the MLR, and he had a really good season for the Turbos last year, and so the Hurricanes have picked him up, and yeah, watching from the sideline and training, he's been going well. He's just a wee fella, but he'll go all day.
Well, the crowd's still here. They're enjoying the festive atmosphere. There's bouncy castles galore. Ethan's a big fan of those. Here's Phil Johan.
It's good hands there by Rover.
Johnny Rover. When he gets going, watch out, folks. Extremely dangerous.
Chiefs quite tight here. Yeah, that's a good option there from Brett Cameron. Get it out wide.
Here's Wild.
That's more like it from the Hurricanes, getting the ball to width. Josh Gray there, good offload.
Excellent offload. Now here's the Hurricanes searching for that first try now.
It's good here, playing on top here, Johnny Rover. Just slide up a bit.
Rolling out of the way. Here's Cameron. Cross kick comes, but not to be. Well, the vision was there.
Yeah, the space was there. Just don't think we're on the same page there.
Well, that got the crowd off their feet. Bit of excitement from the Hurricanes. Trivia question for you, Harry. Where was the first home game for the Hurricanes in 1996?
It was in Palmerston North. Is that right?
That is correct. Palmerston North against the Blues. Oh, off the back. We have a 2v2, I think it is, who scores. So the Hurricanes have got a try.
No, he's cruel. That's not a try. He's definitely gone again. The crowd thought they could get excited by something. It's definitely a double movement. Angus may be right there. So he goes to ground and then propels himself forward. Again, just a little bit too eager. The referee right there.
Make sure you bring your flag, jersey, or Hurricanes.
The crowd thought it might have been try time, but not to be.
Time.
Well, the Hurricanes need something. Be nice.
Right here, we get some stuff signed at the end of the match.
So Thompson. Secured at the line out.
Tyrone Thompson there, acting 9. Triple T will look to get a box kick out there.
Tahu Riorangi.
Well taken by Cameron and the offload.
Another former All Black. Still playing his trade for the Chiefs. Now they broke open again, the Chiefs. Jake
Nice
from over
ball
the top.
from Tapia.
There we go. Straightening up again. Akoi running into Hugo Plummer.
Will Martin there, good tough carry.
Akoi again. Had to think about what he was going to do.
Looking to go to the air here.
Jacob puts up the high, Gary Owen. And taken.
well by Higgins and still on his feet.
Good work by Riley
Space
Higgins.
out wide.
Yeah, they go now wild with the ball in hand.
Good pass there.
Gowan gets back there in time. Oh, it's been knocked on though.
Yeah, just pass accuracy there, down at the bootlaces there.
And so the Chiefs will have the scrum feed. Well, we've seen glimpses in the last 5 minutes what the Hurricanes are capable of. But Ethan, just the error rate is quite high.
Yeah, just a little bit inaccurate today, the Hurricanes. I'm sure they'll look to tidy that up over the next couple of weeks. They've got next week off. Like you say, you can't afford to drop too many games in this competition. It's such a hard competition, especially when the Kiwi teams and Moana have to play each other twice. I'm sure next time these two teams meet, the scoreline will be a little bit closer. As well, it's just a few minutes to go, we're still resetting scrums. Good to see some things never change.
Well, under 3 minutes to go. 29 points to 0. The Chiefs dominating proceedings in the second half. It's a good opportunity for some of these Hurricanes fringe players to have a bit of a run around.
Just a reminder, there will be a signing session along the fence
Also,
line at the end
after
of the
this match, we'll be
jerseys, flags,
hoping to interview both captains of both teams, so that will follow directly, not long after full time. Mind there is a bit of rugby still on Huddy Sports. We've got the National Club Sevens. The finals are kicking off. That's also on Huddy Sports YouTube. Mark's being taken by Cameron in the 22. There'll be a good competition to see who will get the 10 jersey for the Hurricanes in 2 weeks' time, Harry.
Yeah, you're right. Front runners, obviously, Ruben Love and Brett Cameron. So it'll be interesting to see who the coaches choose. But obviously, both class players. So and Callum Harkin can also slot into 10 if needed. So as long as we stay injury free, we're sport with choice.
Of course, your first 5 and a fullback. What's one of the key things when you're in the 10 jersey that adds direction to the team?
Yeah, I think just managing the game, being clear on how you're going to play the game, being clear alongside with your 9, you're the 9 and 10, you're driving the game, so just being really clear, and just getting the boys into good positions to score from, which we haven't really done today.
Well, there's an opportunity to try and not have that 0 on the scoreboard. Just over a minute to go. They've got penalty advantage to play with. Here's Phil Gowan. Chiefs player not looking too well there on the ground. We'll come back for the penalty with just under a minute to go in this pre-season match. We've seen some wild scores in these 2 weeks of pre-season rugby, particularly that Blues Crusaders one yesterday. It was pretty entertaining stuff. As we're going to have, looks like a replacement player potentially coming on for the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's good to see the Highlanders versus Moana as well. Adam Lennox at 9 coming on in the second half. Gee, he was good.
Now the Chiefs player has been taken off, so we'll be able to get the rest of this match underway. Tupu with the line out throw. Secured at the front. Not getting the drive, so they run it out. Tupu again was denied before. He's 5 metres away from the try line. Going out to, so it might be Plummer.
Just need to stay patient here and be accurate.
The great thing about the Chiefs, their defence has been outstanding, particularly in the red zone. And Jacobson that time, though, didn't quite have the footage.
And they go quick, Geordie Villion.
Now they're 2 away.
Space out wide.
And going Cameron. Oh, but it's been coughed up. And the Chiefs will look to run this out and continue to play, but it's gone into touch. And referee Angus Maybe calls full-time here at Jerry Collins Stadium. And it's been a clinical performance by the Chiefs over the Hurricanes.
Yeah, that's right, Brad. The Chiefs far too good today. The Hurricanes just a few too many errors. And it just wasn't to be their day. They had opportunities, they just didn't make the most of them. And saying that, credit has got to be due to the Chiefs. Cortez Rasima came on in the second half and had a blinder. It's been a wonderful crowd here at Porirua, Brad. Sure, there'll be a few things to work on, Harry, but it's rugby, I guess that's why we have pre-season games.
Yeah, no, it's good. We obviously go back to the drawing boards. There'll be a lot of learnings that we can take and then implement in our game. Implement into our game. And the round 2 against Moana, we've got a good break here, so we'll reconnect, we'll regroup, and take our learnings from the coaches, and we'll go again.
Been a wonderful afternoon here at Porirua. As our lead commentator heading down to the field. Hopefully we'll hear some thoughts from the respective starting captains of both teams. Been a wonderful crowd here at Porirua. The community have supported this event very, very well. Unfortunately, there wasn't too much for them to cheer about for the Hurricanes. There's fine Brad Hudson somewhere. Hopefully we'll have some interviews shortly. Also take this time to thank our cameraman and our director and everyone who's worked incredibly hard to make this live stream happen. Of course, we thank you, our viewers from wherever you've been watching. We hope you've enjoyed this game. Feel free to stick with us.
You don't need me in it.
Join the swirl
So you
of
just
the
stand here,
Hurricanes
and I'll
member
just-
this season when you buy one
Sam's
adult
talking to
platinum,
you.
silver, bronze or family zone membership. You can get one free kids membership. It's hurricanes.co.nz to find out more.
It's fine.
Hello. Leave it there. Leave it there. I'll go and drop this.
Players will be over very shortly for a signing session just along the fence line. You can get your flags, your merch, your jerseys, all signed. That's coming up very soon.
Yep. So, folks, if you're still with us, thank you very much for staying. Brad Hudson will be
how are you?
interviewing Geordie Barrett, the Hurricanes starting captain, as we cross live to Brad Hudson now.
We're here with Geordie Barrett. Geordie, a tough one out there for the team today, but there's plenty of things to learn from that game to take forward in 2 weeks' time.
That's right. It's always a good reminder of probably where people with the group think are at, and it's a good line in the sand of where we probably need to get to. And but look, plenty of positives. We played probably 35, 40 people today, so a lot of guys had a run, and yeah, it's just good to actually get out in the park and have some opposition. So yeah, it's an interesting start to the season with a bye, but great thing is we've got a couple of weeks to be where we need to be.
It's good to see you back in Hurricanes colours after the year off in Leinster. How's it been back in the capital city?
Yeah, it's great. There's a great buzz around. It's nice to be donning the yellow and black again, and we had a good turnout here in Porirua, and it's a great group. We're being coached well, and there's a great buzz in the group. So look, we're disappointed to lose today, but look, we don't think it's a mark of where we're at the moment. We're a good side, and we're going to keep pushing ourselves.
The bye for round 1, and then you got Moana Pacifica at home in round 2. Some familiar faces there that you know. Who are you going to be watching out for in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, they're a good side. We've seen in the last couple of years what they've done. I think last year they beat every New Zealand side, and they had a good hit out yesterday against the Highlanders. So yeah, there's a few familiar faces there, particularly Nani coming back, and yeah, it's exciting.
Well, Geordie, wasn't the result you wanted today, but all the best for the preparations for the first home game in 2 weeks' time.
Cheers.
Geordie Barrett, the Hurricanes starting captain. With Brad Hudson there, we thank Geordie for his time. So hopefully we'll get the Chiefs captain as well.
Jeez, it did break my neck.
Well, we've just heard the words of the Hurricanes captain, Geordie Barrett. We now hear from Tupou Vai as we cross to Brad Hudson now.
We're here with the Chiefs captain, Tupou Vai. That was a great performance, particularly in the second half. Talk about Cordes Radama. What an inspiration he was for the team today.
It was awesome. Watching from the sideline, it feels like he wasn't even there half the preseason. But no, he's a real class 9, and it's good to see him come back and really stamp his mark in this preseason game. And I'm sure he'll be first for next week against the Blues. So yeah.
The Chiefs look in outstanding form. Pre-season results, particularly today, seen some real good buzz within the team.
Yeah, we had a good week building up to this game today, and yeah, I guess there was a good stepping stone for where we want to be next week against the Blues. And yeah, awesome performance from the lads, especially in that second half. But yeah, just proud of the efforts there.
As you mentioned, the Blues next week up at Eden Park. That's a real grudge match between you two. What do you have to watch out for the Blues team as you head into round 1 of Super Rugby Pacific next week?
Yeah, they had a good result against the Crusaders yesterday, and I'm pretty sure their forwards really stamped their mark there, and I'm sure it'll be another head-to-head forwards to be forwards, and yeah, I guess we'll go back and watch the footage of that game yesterday and really plan really well to start our season well against the Blues. So, yeah.
Tupou, well done on the result, and all the best for Super Rugby Pacific next week.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, we thank all our viewers from wherever you've been. Thank you for joining us here on Huddy Sports, and we will no doubt see you again shortly. Thanks very much.